I was attacked by unknown gunmen on my way to NYSC camp. My life was supposed to be beginning. After my mom struggled, starved, and sold her soul to put me through school, after I finally graduated as the best graduating student in medicine from the university, this was my reward. Not a stethoscope around my neck, but a cold gun barrel pressed against my spine. My name is Sandra, and this is the story of how my celebration turned into a nightmare in the forest of Nigeria. In my village, Umuoka, everyone knew my mother, Mama Nkechi. She was a widow who refused to let the world break her. When my father passed, the only thing we had was his ancestral farm, the land that fed us. To see me through those final clinical years, my mother did the unthinkable. She sold the farm. She sold our future to buy mine. She spent her last savings to buy my white shorts, my crested vest, and my jungle boots. We weren't rich, we were barely managing, surviving on hope and roasted corn. On the morning of my departure for Port Harcourt, she held my hands. Her palms were rough like sandpaper, but her grip was like iron. Sandra, my daughter. You are the light of this house. Go and make me proud. The God of the fatherless will be your driver. Go, and come back a doctor for our people. I was excited. I had never been to Port Harcourt. I wanted to see the city of oil and flyovers. I met 4 others in that bus, 4 souls, just like me, wrapped in the dreams of their parents. There was Tund, an engineer who couldn't stop cracking jokes, Chidra, who clutched her Bible like a shield, Ibrahim, a quiet boy from the north, and Kemi, who was busy recording videos for her followers. We were strangers, but the khaki made us family. The road was long. The heat of the Nigerian sun turned the bus into an oven. Around 1 p.m., we hit the Ahoda stretch. The trees there are tall, ancient, and they seem to lean over the road as if they are whispering secrets. I closed my eyes for just 5 minutes, just 5 minutes of peace. A violent jolt threw me against the seat in front of me. The bus screeched to a halt in a cloud of red dust. Silence followed, the kind of silence that makes your ears ring. Then, the driver's voice, cold and flat, fuel don't finish. Out of fuel. In the middle of nowhere. No network, no Wi-Fi, no human sight for miles. We spilled out of the bus, hot and angry. Tund was shouting at the driver, Chidra was praying under her breath. I looked at my phone, no service. That was the moment the cold finger of dread touched my heart. We were standing in a deserted land, wearing uniforms that made us bright, easy targets. 3 p.m. came. The driver disappeared into the tall grass, claiming he was looking for a bike to get fuel. We waited like lambs at the altar. We didn't know that the driver wasn't looking for fuel. He was looking for his partners. It was a setup. A perfect, bitter setup. 4 p.m. The saviors arrived, but they didn't bring fuel. They brought fire. Unknown gunmen emerged from the thicket like shadows coming to life. They didn't say much. They just pointed those cold, black barrels at our heads. Move. If you talk, you die. They forced us into the thicker part of the bush. My first-class degree meant nothing here. My mother's last savings couldn't buy our freedom. Every step away from that road felt like a step into my grave. I looked at Chidra, she had dropped her Bible in the mud. I looked at Tund, his glasses were broken. We weren't graduates anymore. We were just cargo. As the canopy of trees closed over us, blocking out the last of the sun, I thought of my mom. I thought of her waiting for a phone call to hear that I had reached camp safely. She's probably boiling water for tea right now, smiling, telling the neighbors her daughter is a doctor in Port Harcourt. She doesn't know that her light is being dragged into the heart of darkness. This was my reality. And the night was just beginning.